Could have called the plumber. It would have been done in 5 minutes. But no, Eric wanted to take 9 hours.
I wanted to learn. It took me 2 days. But,
2 days?
Screw in the hole. And then he's just on the floor, like, yelling. He's like, "Ah!"
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Burn Down. My co-host over here, Eric, is lighting up his stogie. As usual, it's a blueprint, okay?
Lighting up the blueprints.
Lighting up the blueprints. My name is Justin, a.k.a. the Dapper Cigar. This is Eric, a.k.a. Brother Cigar. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell. Be notified every single time we drop a new episode. We have new episodes every single Friday. And check out all of our merch. Check out we got a lot of merch. We got the cutters, the lighters, the ashtrays.
Speaking of merch,
all that stuff.
Check out this new promo we just put together.
Yeah, that's that quick little stuff. I mean, we have to be careful, right? We have to be, you can't say a lot of the blah, 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 the site names.
In recent news with the burn down, I'm sure people have seen, but, we've been getting some videos removed. I think, about 15 total in total. We've got removed episodes, interviews, other videos, and like 11 in the last couple weeks. So we have to be careful what we have to say. Unfortunately, we can't say, "Hey." Blah, 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 blah.
No, yeah, it's interesting because we can't say what we can't say.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You can't say what we can't say. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
I do know what you're saying.
check this out. Ready? This is key. Okay, and this came out in the last episode when we had the 4 people in here. We had Bless Me Father, the producer, the husband and wife duo,
Gianni and Millie May.
But this is nice, being able to do this.
A whole new setup.
Look at this.
Yeah.
This is chill. Being able to
chill.
Daddy, chill. Being able to lean back, like Fat Joe said.
Yeah, we got all new headphones. We got new microphones, microphone arms.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that in the last one. We just jumped right into the interview. We didn't talk about
we haven't had time.
I know. We didn't talk about the whole new setup, dude.
The interview was when we had all this new equipment.
Yeah.
And we haven't met in 2 weeks, so... hopefully these lights aren't too distracting. We tried something new. These white cables are bothering the fuck out of me.
We just put these up, okay? We're going to hide the cables. We're going to run them through the wall. No problem.
Take it easy.
Okay, we'll take it easy. But to talk about the new equipment, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got new mic arms. We've got a new mixer. We've got new headphones.
Crazy.
Okay? And you can't see it, but... we did a lot of cleanup in the studio with the wires, okay? So previous to this new setup, we also got new, cushion on the table, which is nice. But we had wires running everywhere. It's just, we'd be tripping over but behind the scenes, you'd go to stand up after an episode, and you damn near took the whole studio with you.
I feel like we're in a real podcast studio now,
Yeah, now it's nice.
With headphones. Yeah. Because... as you can tell, we've changed a lot of things over the years. You adapt and you evolve, right? I mean, I'm still in a suit, but you got a long sleeve on with jeans and a hat. Things have changed.
Yeah,
Dapper Cigar isn't so Dapper Cigar today.
Hold on. Hold the phone, okay?
Pump
the brakes a little bit. Making some accusations, okay?
I'm just stating facts. What I see in front of me.
Who the fuck are you? I've never even met you. Why don't you back the shit off and stop with the inquisitions, okay? No, so we've cleaned up a lot. We ran all the cables through the table. These headphones, you can plug them right into the table, whatever spot you're sitting at, you plug them right in. It's just cool little things we cleaned up, but
yeah, it's all right.
Let's move on. Deal, but
so speaking of improvements and home improvements and improvements in the studio.
Nice segue.
Yeah, you like that?
Nice.
Yeah, you like that. I wanted to talk about a couple stories that happened to me this past weekend.
Nicely done.
First thing, there's always a problem when you own a house. And when you own a piece of property, there's always something going on.
Always.
So my freaking tub kept backing up the water. And I was at it for 2 days trying to figure it out. I know not to use Drano because it's a really bad chemical, right? So, and I've always heard, it's like half and half. People are like, oh yeah, it's great. And then other people are like, well, don't use it.
It's great if you want to unclog shit, but
Yeah.
it's not great if you inhale it.
Well,
You know,
obviously.
If you want to use it for what it does, it's fantastic. But
But it's not good for your pipes.
the after effects, yeah, I mean, it'll clean the shit out of your pipes.
Yeah. So and it's like half and half. So I went on TikTok. TikTok is becoming more and more of a Google video. It's like ridiculous.
Don't have it, dude.
You can literally, it's the Google of like how to anything, and a million things pop up. So I said how to unclog the tub. So this first thing it said was baking soda, white vinegar, and hot water. And it's like, and
That's like a household, like a
household remedy.
A household cleaner, I guess, right?
Exactly. So I did it for like 3 hours one day. I did like 2 different iterations of it. Didn't work. Pissed. Then they were saying, take off the plug or the cap in the tub that you have the little anchor that, you can take it. If you take a bath, you can.
Yep.
I don't know what you call that thing, but it's
No,
a little,
I got you.
A little anchor. So you take that off, you put a rag in it, so it forms like a suction, and then you get a plunger, and you start fucking plunging.
Okay.
So it creates like a little
So
vortex.
you're plunging the drains.
Yeah. That didn't work.
Fuck.
This is all in one day. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
What day was this?
This is last week. This is the beginning of last week.
Oh.
So I was going at it, and then I even bought one of those like what do you call them? It's like $5 at the hardware store. It's like a long piece of plastic. You put your finger in, and it has all these little ridges, and it pulls out like hair. Because I for sure thought it was
like a pipe cleaner.
Yeah, but like a snake, but just it's a piece of plastic with like teeth on it.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
And you shove it in the pipe, and you pull it out, and it's supposed to like grab all the hair.
It goes in smooth, but it's when you pull it out, it's got the grips facing the other way.
Yeah.
And it just grabs. Yeah. There's a lot of hair and shit that goes down there.
I for sure thought it was just like hair. I'm like, oh yeah, cool.
What'd you pull out?
Nothing. I'm
What?
like, what the fuck's going on? So then like I even went on YouTube, and
And it just won't drain at this point.
So it's just really slow, extremely slow. Then if you turn on my sink, so in my bathroom, how you have it is the toilet, the sink, then and the tub. So if the water is draining out of the tub and you turn on the sink, the water backs up and comes back up, and you can start seeing like the little goo and gunk in the pipes coming into the tub. And I'm like, what the fuck? So
at that point, you need to call a plumber.
No, I was refusing. I was like, I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way.
You could have called the plumber. It would have been done in 5 minutes. But no, Eric wanted to take 9 hours.
I wanted to learn. It took me 2 days. But,
2 days?
Yeah. I did one night. One night was the baking soda and the white vinegar with
baking soda.
And
I got baking soda.
And the plumber and the plunger. Then the next day I went to the hardware store in town. And there's a guy in there, and he's literally the encyclopedia of home improvement for anything and any product in there. He's like, you ask him anything, and he knows every single thing. It's ridiculous.
Gotta love those people, man.
I appreciate him so much.
He's probably been in the industry for like 40 fucking years.
Oh yeah. I mean, he knows like the size bolt you need for this type of table. If your tub is like this. So what I did was I watched a video on YouTube of why your tub is getting clogged and backing up. So this engineer, whoever, made a video, and it kind of lays it out with the piping. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So I went to the hardware store, and he's like, I told him, he's like, you turn on your sink, and your tub is coming back. I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, you got a clog between the toilet and the sink. I'm like, how do you know?
He goes, I've been doing it for 40 fucking years.
No.
I've seen every problem possible.
He goes, because, typical bathrooms, there's one main line and has the sink, the bathtub, and the tub, depending on which way it's laid out. So... And the main pipe is on a 1/8 inch invert per foot. So every foot it kind of goes on an incline.
It goes down
on a decline.
That's how it has. So it has gravity drains it.
Yeah. He's like, so if you're telling me that the water is coming down your sink and it's going down the main pipe, and you also have water from the tub, it's telling me that the water's getting pushed back to the tub, and there's a clog in between the toilet and the sink.
So where the water's coming down the sink, where it's supposed to drain, it can't because it's blocked there. So it's going back the other way up the.
Yeah. Well, the sink water is going through somewhat. But now the tub is getting rejected because it's already the water from the sink is already trying to make its way out. That
right,
makes sense?
and it can't make it out because it's blocked, so it's going back into the tub and pushing the shit up out of because it's coming out of the tub, right? Yeah.
So
it's wherever from the sink to wherever it's supposed to drain is fucking clogged.
Crazy,
and that's why you're doing the whole fucking tub. You're doing everything, nothing's happening
there
because the clog's not there. It's over in the.
crazy.
Motherfucker.
So then he pointed me in the direction.
And he knew it like that. He
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, you got a clog in between your sink and your toilet.
He's probably like, you know what? Go 47.5 inches down and 13 degrees to the right from the sink clogged right there.
I was like, dude, how the fuck do you know that? That was so good. So so he pointed me in the direction of not Drano, this other chemical that I feel like I've seen before.
Hydrochloric acid.
No, it's called this. It works great. And hold on. And it's actually made here on Long Island in Deer Park, believe it or not. It's this Pekai or Pekua,
Let me see.
Pequa. How would you say
The
that?
hell? Well, that's the brand, but what kind of?
Well, that's the brand, yeah.
I love how it says poison.
Yeah, well, dub, you gotta put that shit on.
Industrial strength, heavy duty drain cleaner. It doesn't say what kind of chemical it is.
So I'm like, isn't it the same as Drano? He's like, no, this is. He's
right.
like, this is a lot more.
I'm gonna Google it on your phone then. Can I get into your Safari? Am I not gonna?
You're not gonna find any Pornhub up there.
Pequa drain cleaner.
What are you looking for, the chemicals?
Yeah, I want to see what chemical it is.
So he said, use this.
Here
he
it
goes,
is.
it's better than Drano. It's not going to affect your pipes. This and that.
How's it not going to affect your pipes? It's industrial grade poison, is what it says. Heavy duty.
Who knows? It could be the same as Drano, and then I just wanted to fix it so bad. I just knew it wasn't Drano, so I could have just used something different.
Oh, it doesn't say. I wanted to see what it actually.
I know. I know. Hold on, I'll tell you. I have another picture of it.
Oh, I wanted to read the back. I wanted to see active ingredients. Like,
hold on, let's see. I sent another picture. Hold on.
Do you have the active ingredients?
Let's see here. No, it says not used for toilets. Will not harm plastic or metal pipes. Safe for use in septic tanks. Not
that
for,
shit probably stank pouring it down.
Oh, I didn't even smell it. But he knew right off the bat. He knew like the manufacturer's recommendation off the top of his dome. He's like, all right, this is 32 ounce. You want to use 16 ounces the first half.
Is that it?
No, there's no. I didn't have the ingredients.
Well, let me see what it says.
So whatever. I used that shit and it fucking worked. It took one night to do.
Let's just Google what active ingredient in Pequa. Active ingredient Pequa contains potassium hydroxide. Okay. Potassium hydroxide.
Now I want to say, is this the same as Drano? How about that?
Yeah, just switch active ingredient in Drano.
Oh, okay.
Just do active ingredient in Drano. Potassium hydroxide, okay.
In Drano, let's say. Ingredient sodium hydroxide.
Okay, so it's two different. So one's potassium, one's.
I would think sodium's worse because it's salt. I mean, salt, right? Salt's always worse for pipes.
I guess so. Yeah, salt can cause corrosion, but the potassium doesn't. I'm not a chemist.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's my.
So I did it.
You know,
the first round didn't work. I used the first 16 ounces. I waited 90 minutes. I boiled water, put it down my sink though. He said put it down the sink, not the tub. So I did. I was like, oh motherfucker, please work. So the first time didn't work. I was like, all right, I used most of it down the second half down the sink. I put a little bit in the tub, hot water down, and then I had to wait a couple hours. And I was like, it's over with. And then I ran the sink and it just started flowing. And I was like, let's go, motherfucker.
After 2 fucking days.
Oh my God, it was so fun. I was like, I really don't want. One of my friends is a plumber, and he's like, yo, I'll come over and I'll fix it. Then I told him I think.
No, I want to do it myself.
So continue on that trend. I got new closet doors. So we ordered closet doors. You know, we've been waiting for these closet doors. You know, like you want a waiting list, so it notifies you when it's in stock or it's available to order. So I needed closet doors for my bedroom and the second bedroom. So they're like, oh, you can order it. And I was like, great. Ordered the bedroom closet doors, which are like 96 inches, mirrored doors, and then just like the basic 48-inch open closet doors. So ours were like, all right, order's placed, but it's not coming in until November 7th. It's still back ordered. I said, motherfucker, why would you tell me it's okay to order?
November 7th.
So the
order.
ordered
this. This
was like last week too as well.
That's like a month and a half.
Yeah. So, but the other closet doors came in, right? The second bedroom closet doors came in, 48 inches, basic doors. Motherfucker, I was putting in this door from about 9:30 in the morning till about 1 o'clock.
Why? What was?
Bro,
first time hanging up a door?
My first time setting up, yes, hung the closet doors up. So this is what problem.
Was it roller doors on a track or just on a hinge?
They were like the the passerby kind of
Yeah, on the
ones, right?
track. Okay.
On the track, yeah, right. So I put everything in, put the track in the on the floor, put the track up top, started rolling the doors, but it's not clicking on the bottom. It's not grabbing on the bottom, and you can adjust it on top,
So
up and
fucking
down,
annoying.
up and down, up and down. So I'm like, motherfucker, this is not that hard. This is not hard. This is like so simple. I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. So I just keep looking, and it's like, oh, it's supposed to snap in on the bottom, and I see this little plastic thing that you push down. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Push it down. It's still not grasping. I'm like, and Mercer just knows, just not come around. Leave me alone. I'm like, I'll figure this. And she's like, almost done. And I'm like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm like, it can't be this hard. So I spent all these hours. I don't know if it was from 9:30 to 12:30, but it was at least 2 hours. I was doing this, probably even 3. So then I'm looking at the picture. It's always in the instruction. I'm looking at the picture, and the way I have it, I see 4 tracks, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you supposed to pick and choose? Like, how do you know which one to pick? It doesn't say in the instructions. It says I'm supposed to snap in. So then I'm looking at the instructions, and in the instructions, the track is pinched like this, and it's two tracks. I'm like, mine doesn't look like that. I was like, motherfucker, I had this track upside down the whole fucking time. I didn't realize it.
My gosh.
Once I flipped it over, boop, done.
See? Operator error. Operator error. Dude.
And my dad, anytime my dad has ever done something, he's like, bro, there's always going to be something. You're never going to get it the first time. You have to learn. So what did I do? I called him. He's like, yep, happens to the best of us.
Always something.
I'm like,
always something.
Mercer's like, that's embarrassing. And I was like, I figured it out, though.
It's always fucking something, dude. I was building we just bought a bar, just a small, like those outside, freestanding bars.
Yeah,
it's a wicker bar, right? It's got 2 shelves, and we bought it because we have our Halloween party coming up. And I'm like, all right, piece of cake. I got it. I looked at the picture. I'm like, all right, it's got the top on. You lay the top down, upside down. You put the 2 legs on. You put the 2 shelves on. You put the front on.
Easy.
Done. It's like screws, right? So I lay it down, right? And I'm going to partially, it's my fault, but it's also the instructions' fault as well, and I'll explain why. But so I put the top down, and you flip it upside down, and I put one side. I screw it in. I said, all right, next step, you have to put the front. So I'm like, all right, the front, and I go, motherfucker. I'm like, it's backwards. So the way that the bar was, there is a rack that you can slide wine glasses on, right? But the opening is the back of the bar, right? Because that's where you slide them on. There is no opening on the front of the bar where the people come, like where the people walk up to. There's no opening because that's where the front goes. From the back side is where you slide the glasses in, the front side. So I go to put the front on, and I had the 2 legs opposite. So where the screws, there was no screws on the front. The screws were on the back. And I'm like, motherfucker, I just needed to flip them around. But I'm looking at the directions. I go, it says 2 of these pieces, which means they're identical pieces. They're not identical. It should say 1 left leg and 1 right leg.
Bro, I never trust the instructions. I make sure I read the instructions like 3 times, and I'm like, read it word for word. I'm like, screw in the hole. I'm like, okay, let me get the piece. Okay, I see the screw. Because
and I'm like, no, flip it, done. And then I get all the way to the end. I was missing 2 screws. I needed 12 screws. They only sent me 10. So I had to take the screw out, run up to Ace Hardware, find the screw, buy 2 of them, put them back. But I'm like, the directions said, when it has your quantities, like items in the box, it had, 1 top.
Well, that was a lot of smoke, bro.
It had 1 top, 2 side pieces, 1 front piece, 2 shelves, right? I said, okay, so there's 2 side pieces. So if you say 2 of something, that something is identical.
Yeah.
They weren't identical. There was a left piece and a right piece.
Bro, I'm not the most handiest man, right? I try to be. I want to be. I want to be like the old school dad that knows how to fix the pipe.
Yeah, but you know how you get there?
You got to do it.
You do what you did.
Yeah.
You can't be the old school dad that knows everybody when, 1, you're not a dad yet, and 2, you're not an old school guy. You're not an old timer, okay? The old school dads are the guys that are 60 years old. They've been doing that our dads for fucking 40 years, and they're like, yep, I did that when I was 27. Yep, I did that when I was 33. Yep, I did that when I was 40.
It's always something, bro. It's always something. Every time I put something together, I'm like, all right, I got to at least put 2 hours aside. But
and what's funny too is when you think like you're doing something right for the first time, and you're putting something together, and there's a very specific piece, and it has a very.
I gotta interrupt you. I mean, I gotta tell you, man, the blueprint, bro. Not just because it's my own cigar, the smoke is ample.
Oh, of course, dude.
The draw is so good. I mean,
know.
yeah. And I've been noticing that the way I'm positioned, I'm more inclined to provide, to get in rookie move territory.
Because you're leaning back. Yep.
My right hand is down here, not on the table.
I know.
So good thing we got rid of that rookie move.
So no, but you're putting stuff together, and there's certain pieces that have very specific names for them, and you don't know them until like you put this thing together and you start researching. Like, oh yeah, I need one of those, and you go and get it and you put it together, and then you're explaining it to your dad. You're like, yeah, I was putting this together, and I said, yeah, I couldn't get it to do this, so I you know what I need to get? He goes, oh yeah, you need to get that. I said, how the fuck do you know what that piece is? He goes, yeah, because I did it 25 years ago. Like,
bro,
they know what it's fucking called.
There's been so many times where I've been with my dad doing some kind of project, putting something together, when it's just not working. I'm like, oh, we're screwed. And then he just is like, hold on a second. I think I have an idea. And boop. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? And he's like, oh, just because of blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I would have never known that. But his always thing is this, I was a Boy Scout. I know everything.
I was a Boy Scout. I know everything.
And even the other day, my dad, he was putting in like a ring.com on the, so like his house is 2 floors, and he was putting it like on the 2nd floor on the outside, and he's 61, 62, and he's still up and down the ladder. He's like, yeah, man, I'm 62, still going up the ladder. I'm like, Dad, what's the secret? It's all mental.
Yeah.
It's all mental. I don't think about anything else.
It's just a number.
I said, it's a great, some people are like, oh, I'm 50, I can't do it, I can't run anymore. It's just like, no, you're just putting that restraint on yourself, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, look at fucking, how many people that are well into their 60s, well into their 70s. Look at Kurt Angle. Guys, how old's Kurt Angle?
He's
old. Not Kurt Angle. I'm sorry. It was Kurt Angle. Well, Kurt Angle is up there. I think he's close to 60, if not over.
Hey Siri.
But Vince McMahon,
how old is Kurt Angle? Yeah, keep going.
Vince McMahon is 78 years old.
Well, yeah.
Well,
and the motherfucker's got.
Okay, granted, he's probably taking a bunch of shit, but like 78, fuck.
There's a funny. If they've ever seen a funny video of, he's born in 1968, so he's almost 70. Because my dad's born.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's almost 70.
My dad's born in 62. He's 62, 61.
But you see all these guys that are still going strong. They're just like, nah, fuck it.
It's all mental, man. It's all mental. If once you just stop and you just let yourself just become a mush, then that's your fault.
It's all
but there's
mental.
a great video of Vince McMahon, WWF phase, and he's walking down the ramp, blah, 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 and he's doing it. He's tearing. I think he tore like both of his Achilles
walking down the ramp.
Jumped into the ring.
Oh yeah.
He stands up and falls back down, and then he's just on the floor like yelling. He's like, "Ah!"
I remember that.
But he snapped both his like Achilles or he tears ACLs or something. But
a perfect example. Look at Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
Joe Rogan's what, 55, pushing 60. Guy is a machine.
For real.
An absolute machine. Have you seen his kicks? Have you seen his videos of his kicks?
Oh yeah, it's vicious.
Dude, and the guy's pushing 60.
Gotta respect it.
He's arguably same generation as our parents, and this guy could fuck anybody up.
Yeah, I don't want to get on his bad side.
That's what I'm saying. I go, so if he can do it, how come everybody else can't?
Well, I want to make a quick note here. We got this stuff.
Oh yeah, this
is called Cigargle. So I actually first saw this from our friends and fellow BDP guests, the Cigar Titans. Shout out to Cigar Titan and Brother Stogie. But I saw them talking about this, and it's supposed to eliminate cigar breath. And they gave us 3 flavors here. We got cinnamon, green mint, and what's this one? This is power mint. So two of them are clear, and the power mint's like this like brownish color. So I'm interested to see how they work. So
after this episode,
check out the next episode, next week's episode, because we're gonna do it after this one, and we'll see how it. I used it before. I did use it the other day. It definitely takes out the cigar, like residue that's left in your mouth. I don't know how.
What if you don't want that what if you want that in there? You don't want to take it out.
Do you want it in there?
I don't know if I'm like hanging out with the boys or something, and I'm hanging out in the pool. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really thinking of it, but like, we all got wives and girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'll do it after we film the second episode. I'll take some of this and then go to my wife and say, "Hey, do you notice anything different?"
So I did it, and she's like, "Oh, you just smell like cinnamon," but like I haven't actually, tongued her down in a while and had cigar going.
Nice verbiage there. Thanks for that.
I just say it.
But it does
eliminate it. So I'm curious to see how it works.
What I'm curious though, and this is no rap on Cigar Gold. I've not even tried it yet. But what differentiates it from mouthwash?
Right here.
Does it say it? Like, is there something specific?
So the active ingredients are hydrogen peroxide, stabilized, 3%, whatever that means. It says purpose oral hygiene agent. Uses breath freshening, cigar mouth elimination, aid in the removal of I don't even know this word. I never know these big words here. I'm not even gonna read it. But directions are pour entire bottle in mouth, swish and gargle for 1 minute, spit out liquid. Enjoy fresh smokeless breath. Ingredients are purified water, cinnamon.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a bunch of like alcohols and.
I will say this: it does get rid of your the cigar coating after you smoke a cigar. I know that.
Okay.
I just don't know if it. If you're talking to somebody, how you doing? You smell my cigar still?
Well, I just want to know what differentiates this from mouthwash. Like, could I just go get mouthwash and do the same thing? I don't know. I haven't done it. I usually just go inside, grab something to drink, grab something to eat, brush my teeth, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Or maybe they saw it as an opportunity and said, "Hey."
I don't know. I'm interested to try it, but so we're at about 30 minutes. Anything else to talk about on this episode, dude? I mean, I haven't even mentioned. Maybe we'll save this for the next one, but we didn't even talk about. I was in St. Kitts for my anniversary. I was in Colorado these last couple of weeks, dude. The last 3 months, and this will probably be for the stay tuned for the next episode. But the last 3 months, I've been in fucking Arizona. I've been in Lake Placid. I've been in Colorado. I've been in St. Kitts. I've been in Jersey, Boston, Rochester. All in the last fucking 4 months.
Worldwide travel,
dude. All over the place, man.
It's a good thing.
Talk about some of those things in the next episode.
I felt like I did have something else to say, but I forgot what I wanted. Oh, my brother got married. That's the other thing.
All right, we'll talk about that in the next episode.
Yeah, my brother got married. I had a nice little surprise for him. That was his favorite cigar. Not favorite cigar. His favorite moment of his wedding.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, and we'll play the clip, too.
I gotta stay fly.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Save that for the next episode. So if you guys like this episode, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Be notified every single time we drop a new video. We have new episodes every single Friday. We're interviewing guests all over the place. Check out the merch, okay?
Merch.
We got cutters, lighters, ashtrays, T-shirts, hats. These long sleeves are not available yet, but these hats definitely are. Check those out. And with that being said, Eric, send them off. We can't. I don't know if we can technically do this because we can do a pound though because we have water.
Bro, we make up our own fucking rules.
Okay, is it bad luck though?
I don't know if it's bad luck. Is it?
I don't know. It's only bad luck if you say it's bad luck.
Yeah, fuck it. It's good luck in my eyes.
Cool.
Motherfucker.
Bang.
Salute. Cheers. Chin chin. Salute.